From Right Mei Shui Mei and Venus Lao Xiaoyi. Adrian Cheng's K11 Art Foundation, which supports the development and distribution of Chinese contemporary art, has announced a series of new appointments. Mei Shui Mei has been made the organization's new Director of Education and Institutional Relations as well as the Assistant General Manager of K11. She will be responsible for bolstering K11's international presence while driving its outreach, branding, and strategic planning. She will also oversee every art-related project for K11 sites throughout northern China. Mei Shui Mei was formerly the CEO of the All-In Center for Contemporary Art in Beijing. Venus Lao Xiaoyi will now be the Artistic Director of the K11 Art Foundation and the Assistant General Manager of K11. She will be in charge of shaping the Foundation's programming, content building, and the realization of numerous K11 projects. She will also be in charge of all art-related assignments in southern China. Before K11, Venus Lao Xiaoyi was the artistic director of the October Contemporary Art Terminal in Shenzhen and a consulting curator at the All-In Center for Contemporary Art in Beijing. Joining the women are Jeannie Wu, who has been made the acting cultural manager of the K11 Art Foundation, and Jilly Ding, who is now K11's head of research and acquisitions. Jean-Marie Evely of DNAinfo.com reports that 2 photographs were stolen from MoMA PS1 in Queens, New York. The institution discovered that the works, estimated to be worth $100,000, were missing on Monday, October 30th. According to the police, there were no signs of a break-in at the museum, and the building's alarm wasn't triggered. Citing the ongoing criminal investigation, a MoMA PS1 spokesperson declined to comment. The titles of the works were not disclosed. The Dia Art Foundation in New York announced that it has received a significant gift from patrons Natalie and Charles de Gunsberg. The donation will be used to endow the institution's directorship. Natalie de Gunsberg first joined Dia's board of trustees in 2004. She has served as chairman since 2006, and was a member of the search committee that selected Jessica Morgan to lead the museum. This gift is about supporting Dia's long-term sustainability, celebrating its outstanding accomplishments, and honoring Jessica Morgan's innovative leadership, Natalie said. Since her arrival in 2015, she has advanced Dia's mission, pushing the institution to the forefront of the global conversation on contemporary art. David Velasco at Sarah Mickelson's October 2017, at the Kitchen in New York, October 18, 2017. Photo Stuart Comer. David Velasco has been named editor-in-chief of Art Forum. Velasco first joined Art Forum as an editorial assistant for artforum.com in 2005 and became the site's editor in 2008. The January issue will mark the beginning of his tenure. Velasco succeeds Michelle Kuo, who tendered her resignation on October 18. Velasco has written frequently for artforum.com, Artforum, and Book Forum, contributing columns and features on artists including Sarah Michelson, Michelle Abeles, Yve Lares Cohen, Anne Imhoff, and Anne Liv Young, as well as works such as A. K. Burns and A. L. Steiner's Community Action Center and, recently, a series of conversations with contributing editor Bruce Hanley. In 2016, he initiated Modern Dance, a series of books published by the Museum of Modern Art. 3 volumes have been produced: Ralph Lemon 2016, edited by Thomas Lax; Boris Charmitz 2017, edited by Anna Janevsky; and Sarah Michelson 2017, edited by Velasco himself. He is currently at work on an introduction to a new collection of material from the artist David Wojnarowicz, to be published next year by Semiotext. This is a time of intense, radical reconfiguration in the world, Velasco said in a statement. It is essential that we all rise to the challenge, and I will do everything I can to cultivate and protect the conditions for intellectual honesty and integrity that make this great magazine so essential, which also means an absolute commitment to fighting harassment and discrimination of any kind. It is the only way forward. Annie Shaw of the Art newspaper reports that Liu Shu, who will be closing his 6-year-old Liu Shu project Space in Shanghai, has just been named co-director, with Jennifer Yum, of David Zwirner's new Hong Kong gallery, scheduled to open on January 27, 2018. At his project Space, Shu exhibited established artists such as Wolfgang Tillmans and Dan Vo, which mark their debuts in China, while championing artists at the beginning of their careers, including Xu Wengai and Pixie Liao. Zhu says he is excited to join Zwirner for its 3-dimensional program, its roster of artists, and its innovative and sophisticated approach to the market. The owner of the Shanghai Gallery Bank, Matthew Borisevich, says that Zhu charted a place for smaller local sensibilities to thrive amongst the old bastion of China's other 2 big boy scene. Now he enters the next phase in the industry's metamorphosis. We, the undersigned contributing editors of Art Forum, stand with the magazine's current and former staff in condemning the publisher's handling of the allegation of Knight Landisman's sexual misconduct, as reflected in their original statement, from October 24, denigrating the actions of the woman who first brought the situation to light, as an attempt to exploit a relationship that she herself worked hard to create and maintain. Both the alleged behavior and the response to it are deplorable. We are united in our belief that everyone should be able to live and work free from all forms of unwanted contact, intimidation, or coercion for any reason, whether rooted in gender, sex, race, ethnicity, nationality, age, weight, ability, or class. Indeed, our engagement with the magazine has been predicated on a shared investment in this fundamental principle, as emblematized by Michelle Kuo's recent principled resignation as editor. We express our deep respect for her decision as well as our full support for David Velasco, who is taking her place in this contentious and uncertain time. In the weeks and months to come, we expect the magazine's publishers both to assume responsibility and to take all action necessary, in coordination with the staff, to ensure a transparent, equitable professional environment free of harassment and discrimination. Given the magazine's history and long-standing commitments, Art Forum's communities of writers and readers deserve no less. Jan Avgikos, Daniel Barenbaum, Evelyn Bois, Dennis Cooper, Huey Copeland, Thomas Crow, David Frankel, Tim Griffin, Joan Key, John Kelsey, Donald Cuspit, Rhonda Lieberman, Grail Marcus, James Meyer, Molly Nesbitt, Hans Ulrich Oberst, Ida Panichelli, Jen Rajman, David Ramonelli, Katie Siegel, Amy Tobin, Tom Vanderbilt, Ann M. Wagner, street artist Richard Hamilton, who creatively came of age in the downtown New York art scene of the late 1970s and early 1980s, has died, according to Daniel Maurer of Bedford and Bowery. He passed away on October 29, 2017. Hambleton was born in Vancouver, British Columbia, and graduated from the Vancouver School of Art. The artist became well known for his series of body outlines in chalk, the kind one sees traced on the ground in fictional crime scene investigations for television shows, spattered with fake blood. The figure is part of a larger project called Image Mess Murder, 1976-78, appeared in more than 13 cities in and outside of the U.S., including New York, Montreal, and San Francisco. His series of shadowman figures, life-sized, expressionistic silhouettes of mystery people painted in black, brought him even more notoriety, and eventually became hallmarks of the artist's oeuvre. In fact, a documentary about the artist's life and work, Shadowman 2017, directed by Oren Jacoby, premiered at the Tribeca Film Festival last April. A selection of his work can also be seen at the Museum of Modern Art's Club 57 Film, Performance, and Art in the East Village, 1978-1983, which opened on October 31 and runs until April 1, 2018. In the early 80s, Richard's work was part of all our identities, wrote art historian Alan W. Moore in a Facebook post after Hambleton's death. As we went about our endless business, his lurking shadowmen reminded us that we were part of a community, part of something exciting and dangerous. They spoke to the nocturnal realm we inhabited. The figures designated our spaces, they marked our terrain, and they reminded us of our common goals, to take risks for our art. First row: Gabriel P. Resbarrero, Karen Mama Anderson, Antonio Ballester, and Claudia Fontes. Second row were Natasha Ogunji, Walter C.O. Caldas, Sofia Borges, and Alejandro Chesarco. The Bienal de São Paulo has announced that it will change its curatorial model for its 33rd edition. Opening in September 2018, Effective Affinities will consist of 7 separate exhibitions. Curator Gabriel P. Resbarrero proposed dividing the biennial in order to showcase the different ways artists articulate and understand their communities. 7 artists were invited to serve on the biennial's curatorial team: Alejandro Chesarco, Antonio Ballester, Claudia Fontes, Karen Mama Anderson, Sofia Borges, Walter C.O. Caldas, and Natasha Ogunji. They will each curate an exhibition exploring themes such as the history of abstraction, the relationship between art and narrative, and the African diaspora. By engaging directly with the artist, this model privileges process and affinity in dialogue with the long tradition of artists acting as curators, P. Resbarrero said in a statement. He will also organize several solo shows in addition to the 7 exhibitions. More. The title of the show references M. Rio Pedrosa's thesis on the effective nature of form in the work of art, 1949, as well as Johann Wolfgang von Goethe's concept of the elective affinities. I am inspired by Pedrosa's commitment to the diversity of artistic languages, his conviction that art is an expression of freedom and experimentation, his faith in the artist, and the social and transformative role that art can play by expanding sensibility, P. Resbarrero explained. Les Studio Museum director Thelma Golden and Simone Lee. Photo Scott Rudd. The Studio Museum in Harlem, New York, has selected Simone Lee as the winner of the 2017 Joyce Alexander Wien Artist Prize, an annual award that recognizes African-American artists. She will receive $50,000. The New York-based artist describes her practice as an object-based ongoing exploration of Black female subjectivity. Her works, sculptures, videos, and installations often reflect her interest in African art, ethnographic research, feminism, and performance. Several of Lee's sculptures are currently on view in the new museum's exhibition Trigger Gender as a Tool and a Weapon, which closes in January 2018. Lee received the prize at the Studio Museum's gala honoring architect David Adjaye, who is leading the design of the institution's new building, on Monday, October 30th. Previous recipients of the prize include Derek Adams, Njideka Kunyila Crosby, Trenton Doyle Hancock, and Lorna Simpson. For more on Simone Lee, see her 500 Words from 2015 on artforum.com.